Hello, I'm Gemma Bradley.
And I'm Rigsy. Welcome to Belfast's Cathedral Quarter. Now, if you know this part of the world, you'll know that just after 8 o'clock on a Thursday night, for years, this place would be absolutely buzzing. People getting a drink, getting something to eat, maybe watching some live music. But as we're still in the middle of lockdown, tonight things are very, very quiet.
Yes, the COVID pandemic has made this year very different and very difficult for all of us. For the music community, it's been disastrous. Venues haven't been open since March, leaving thousands of people's livelihoods at risk.
But despite all that, our musicians have continued to make and release some incredible music. And tonight at the OES Centre, we're going to celebrate that, and we're going to celebrate their determination to keep us entertained no matter what.
So welcome to the Northern Ireland Music Prize 2020.
Let's do this.
Hello, and you are very welcome to the 2020 Northern Ireland Music Prize, live from the Oh Yeah Centre in Belfast.
Yes, and because of, you know what, there's all sorts of restrictions on what we could do at this year's event, but the pandemic hasn't stopped some incredible music and creativity in 2020. So we've got a great show lined up for you back here at the Oh Yeah Centre, which is kind of the spiritual home of the NI Music Prize in the first place.
It is, and we are live tonight across the globe thanks to our good friends at YouTube Music, and we've got a great evening of music in store. We'll be giving out awards for the best album, best single, best live act and the Oh Yeah Contender award, and we'll also be honouring a musical legend from right here in Belfast.
Tonight is all about the live music. The first thing I want to say is if you're watching at home on your phone or your laptop, because that's how you're used to watching YouTube, get it up on the TV. Because so much time and effort's gone into some incredible live performances that you're going to see not tonight. It's not your kind of normal stream. So get it up on the big screen and make the most of all the hard work that's gone in to bring this event to you tonight. We're really excited about the likes of Arborist, Careerist, Joshua Burnside, Kitt, Philippa, Phil, Kieran, Sasha Samara, all in tonight's show, performing strictly within COVID-19 guidelines, of course. And from the Music Prize Archive, Jordan, Adetunji, and Snow Patrol.
And as we are live tonight on this YouTube premiere, we would love to hear from you, so post your comments and your thoughts and we'll bring you the best of them throughout the show.
But it's down to business with some live music. Shortlisted for this year's Oh Yeah Contender Award, and she really is a very new prospect. Not that you'd think it from watching this performance. With her full band, this is Sasha Samara.
To hear your voice, won't you cut through the noise? I'm lost in my frustration, lost in all translations. I crave your clarity. Words were my weapons once, but now I've tied knots into my tongue. I'm trying to be grateful while I'm begging for a breakthrough. I need you close to me. Like the leaves can't escape the evergreen. I know you won't let go of me. When I lose myself in waters deep, you sink and swim to set me free. If you're the sun, then I'm your sunflower. Turn my head from the shadows, lift my eyes a little higher, right above the tree line. Deep breath, I'm gonna be alright. Ooh, I'm your sunflower, follow your light. I follow you blind, planted in your ground. I won't fear when the night comes around. Sick down to my stomach, but you don't run out of peace. Tend to run away. I duck and hide my face, but you are never angry. You're patient in the panic. You build a bridge to me, like the petal captivates the bee. You don't tire of my company. Sunflower, turn my head from the shadows, lift my eyes a little higher, right above the tree line. Deep breath, I'm gonna be alright. Ooh, I'm your sunflower, follow your light. I follow you blind, planted in your ground. I won't fear when the night comes around. Turn my head from the shadows, lift my eyes a little higher, right above the tree line. Deep breath, I'm gonna be alright. Ooh, I'm your sunflower, follow your light. I follow you blind, your love will not run out. There is no room for doubt that you're the sun and I'm your sunflower. Turn my head from the shadows, lift my eyes a little higher, right above the tree line. Deep breath, I'm gonna be alright. Ooh, I'm your sunflower, follow your light. I follow you blind, planted in your ground. I won't fear when the night comes around. When the night comes around, I won't fear when the night comes around. I won't fear when the night comes around.
Wow, how stunning was that? What a way to kick off tonight's show. And isn't it great to hear some brand new live music in these very different times? We'll have more music from Sasha and the band later on.
Yeah, the band's performing right behind us at the OES Centre here in Belfast. Time for some drama though. Our first award of the night, and this award is supported by our friends at the charity Help Musicians, who since March have given more than £11 million in hardship funding to support 18,000 musicians across here. And you can only imagine how much of a lifeline that will have been. If you are a musician, if you're watching at home, and you could do with some financial support at the minute, the third phase of the charity's hardship fund has just opened. It's very important this, so check out their website for more details.
Now this is always a hotly contested category, so let's remind ourselves who's made the shortlist this year. Arborist, Here Comes the Devil.
Like a blood rush from afar, pricked upon a rose. Here comes the devil. Here comes the devil. You were so sweetly talking. He thought you were alone.
Bicep, Atlas.
Cherym, Abigail.
Are you upset because I stayed out late last night again? That's nothing up to what you put me through. So don't pretend like this is my fault when you seen it coming. Not when you know I did it all for you. So if you want it, you can take it on the chin and wear it. You need somebody just to take it home. Don't ask for much, but
Joshua Burnside, The Only Thing I Fear.
Oh, when I was younger, my parents were out working. Your voice is in the attic, your face is in TV static. Tigers in the garden, ghosts under the stairs, and under my bed behind the curtain, always feel a presence lurking.
New Pagans, Charlie has the face of a saint.
Charlie had the face of a saint. He knows he's only in love when it rains. The remake holds up to this very day, and his mother agrees to appease him. I'm yours if I wanted to be. You're easy to have when you're down on
Respect.
Vail and Elma Orkestra, Love.
respect. Love, 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 love.
Yes, 6 great tracks, but which one did you, the all-important voting public, think was the best?
Well, to let us know, we're hopefully joined, and this is quite an unusual sentence, fresh from a garden shed in Brighton by our very own Philly Taggart. Yeah, there he is. How you doing, man? You all right? Oh, we can't hear Philly. There we go, there we go, there we go. Philly, I did some research on you. Can you hear me okay? Can't hear him. Incredible. The very, very first one, and it's already gone horribly, horribly wrong. Well, should we do the award? Should we read it out ourselves? Should we read it who's won? What do you reckon, guys? Yes. Do it ourselves?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, okay. I was very excited about the opportunity to do this. I've been practicing all night. The winner, the best single, 2020
Is?
Should we say it together?
Yeah, let's do it together.
Okay.
Let's do it.
After 3, 2. Arborist! Yes, there he is. Now, can we hear Mark?
Yes, we're getting sound. Mark, can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Mark?
If you can hear us, give us a wave.
Remember all the hype I did at the start of the show about the production values being incredibly high?
We did.
The live music is fantastic. Just for anyone watching, we should let you know the live music is fantastic. Obviously, gremlins with regards to the Zooms and all the rest of it. But Mark, of course, representing Arborist from County Antrim, incredible record as well, which has also been nominated for Album of the Year. We're going to find out who's won that later on. We might try and get Mark back on a little bit later. And of course, he's in the running for that other award, so we might get speaking to him then. But listen, we'll get rid of our gremlins, we'll get rid of our glitches, and just enjoy the live music, which I guarantee is very special indeed.
I was born at the edge of a dark and restless sea. I was born beneath a vast grey canopy. Now I'm moored to the North Star and guided silently through a night sky gently shifting by degrees. And I've seen the sunset bleeding out through an evening sky. Oh, I've seen it close to 13,000 times. But to have it tricked behind this rugged northern view, oh, makes each time feel completely new. When I'm wandering on my wedding day, singing I'm here to stay, here to stay. blizzard with cherry blossom trees. Oh, I wandered through its petals, smothered me. Said 5 decades of the rosary, the sorrowful mysteries of the scourging and the pillar, the crucifixion, those other 3. To try to fend off some devil, come here in disguise. In truth, after I'd finished, I felt further compromised. I went out wandering on my dying day, singing I'm here to stay, here to stay.
Well, if you thought that all the drama in Belfast tonight was going to be at Windsor Park, all the will that happen, will this happen, you're wrong. All the mayhem is unveiling in front of your very eyes at the OES Centre. At least you know we're live. We're not quite sure what happened with Mark, but major congratulations to him for winning Single of the Year, and lovely to see that performance as well. At least you're getting the live music, and that will continue for our live stream tonight from the NI Music Prize. But next up, delighted to say that we're joined by the woman who has the, I was going to say she's the unenviable task of putting this all together. The event, not so much the getting people up on Zoom. She's a real person, so we can actually speak to her. Could you make some noise? Can you say hello there?
Hello, Rigsy.
We can hear. Wow, how exciting. Charlotte, how are you?
Hi, not too bad. Yeah, tired. It's been an amazing night so far, though.
I'm glad you admitted that you're tired, because you've been the busiest bee in the entire city for the last few days. Of course, this event is part of Sound of Belfast. It's not just a standalone. How have you found it so far in these circumstances?
Yeah, I mean, it's been tough. Like, obviously, live music's completely gone and venues are closed. So, we decided we had to try and make something happen. And I think the music scene needed a moment. So we scheduled and pre-recorded a load of gigs, and they've been happening all week, and they've all been incredible and incredibly diverse as well. And tonight's the big night, so yeah, and it's been amazing actually, the buy-in from the local music community. Everybody's really excited, so just watching the YouTube feed going mad there, so it's great. There's loads of comments coming in, and it's great.
It's good. Great. And how do you think that the bands are dealing with the pandemic in general? I mean, I know that you guys have been fantastic, because the live performances that we're seeing are bespoke for this event, and it's also been incorporating local sound guys and all the kind of the people who bring us all the lighting all year round. So
yeah,
that's been helpful. But putting that aside, how do you think the last few months have been?
Oh, it's been really tough. I mean, like I said, venues have been shut since March. There's been barely any music, any performance since March, and that's been pretty devastating for musicians and freelancers. And something like 73% of the industry are freelancers. And incomes have been completely pulled away, and it's been tough. It's been really tough for artists. But I think that they're a resilient bunch, and there's been some amazing music made during lockdown. But it is worrying, and we do need to keep pushing government. There needs to be a long-term package of support, because fair play, we were the first to close, but we'll probably be the last to open, and that's worrying.
Okay, and I mean, we're trying to be as positive as we can. Is there any light at the end of the tunnel for you? I mean, I know you're not a scientist. You're not going to sort of tell me exactly when we're going to see live music, but what do you think that might look like in 2021? Yeah,
well, I mean, it is tough, and it is going to be, I think we're going to be having it's going to be tough for the next little while as well. But like I said, I think people have started to find ways to adapt, and even like what we're doing tonight. You know, you were talking about freelancers earlier. What we've done with all of these gigs and all of these pre-records and streams is we've very safely, you know, in guidelines of COVID, brought people in and paid people to perform, to get involved, to do lighting and, you know, all that stuff that's always behind the scenes. So we'll just keep that going, and we'll try and come up with projects to do that. Also the OES Centre, you know, long term, I think it's going to be a slow journey back, but I am positive that we'll get there. And like I say, I just think we have a very positive and resilient scene, and they've had a hard time, but they'll bounce back.
Sure, thanks very much. Enjoy the rest of the night. That's your hard work done. You can have a drink and relax. We've got it all ahead of us. Hopefully we can get speaking to Mark. Is that what we're going to do? Are we going to speak to Mark? Have we got him?
Hello, Mark. Can you hear us? Hello, you can hear us. We can hear him. We're live. Congratulations on your award.
Very much, Gemma. Yeah. It seems a bit strange. All right, that was a public vote. You sure you counted them all? Yeah.
Oh, we definitely did. All counted and tallied. Well, congratulations. How does it feel?
Yeah, a bit mad. Yeah, I mean yeah, it's a bit mad that it was a public vote and we managed to come on top there. But great nonetheless. Yeah, delighted, absolutely delighted.
And what do you think this makes this track so special in particular?
That's hard for me to say, but I suppose the kind of the unknown background to this song was that actually we recorded the album in Real World Studios over in England, over near Bath. Mm-hmm. But actually, the version we did of this song we weren't happy with, so we came back and ended up finishing it back just above your head there and start together. So, so the way I see it, it's Rocky O'Reilly 1, Peter Gabriel 0. So.
That's where the magic happens. Well, thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your night. Congratulations again. Charlotte will also be back later in the show to reveal the closest guarded secret in the NI music world. Who's won tonight's big prize, Album of the Year. But time first for some more live music. This time from an artist whose experimentation, passion and pushing of musical boundaries have wowed audiences across the country. Tonight they're performing a worldwide TV exclusive with Elle. This is Kitt Philippa.
How could it have come to this? A restless bit of bitter lies. Throbbing in my temples court. How can I escape from this? See the lifeboat, taste the salty cool of night. In the lifeboat, feel the loving voice emerge. For I am worthy. I can be free. See the dawn and I'm sailing to the horizon's feet. My dear God, my dear God, oh, no, don't leave me here, don't leave me here, oh, my dear God, oh, my dear God, oh, oh, my dear God, oh, my dear God, don't leave me here.
Wow, a very special and intimate performance from Kitt Philippa there. And Kitt's album, Human, has also been shortlisted for Album of the Year.
Yeah, just a little bit special, incredible stuff. But next up, it's the award for the best live act, and given the year that's in it, we may have been forgiven for giving this category a miss, but we're carrying on regardless. Although there has been no live gigs since March, of course, in this category. That includes performance from July 2019 to March of this year. Here's your shortlist.
And so I watch you from afar.
New Pagans.
Problem patterns.
Vail, Elma Orkestra. Now, hopefully it won't be too long before normal service is resumed with regards to live music. But to tell us who has won this one, a man who's played quite a lot of gigs over the years, both as Snow Patrol's guitarist and Little Matador frontman, Nathan Connolly. He's another real life person. He's sitting here.
Yeah, real life, nice to be
close,
but far enough away.
Frustration that we can't reach out and touch you and give you a nice big...
I know, it's weird coming in. It's probably the Canist NI Awards.
Yes.
by some distance.
It's the first time anyone's ever been able to hear me, which is not necessarily
it's just when I come in, it's like there's a beautiful chaos that's usually involved in these, but it's...
well, we tried our best with the chaos with kind of dodgy Zoom streams and stuff, but we'll move on.
It's a different kind, yeah.
Yeah, listen, it's amazing to have you here. You've been in Belfast all year, basically.
Yeah.
How frustrating has that been for you as a musician? How much have you missed being on stage?
Well, I think I'm in a slightly different positions because we only finished touring in January.
Sorry, yeah.
But we were supposed to be out from June to October, so everything's, like everybody has been moved. It's a tough time for everybody. It's, doing this awards, continuing with them is probably more reason to celebrate it, I think. Just heard you saying that there wasn't a lot of live stuff this year, but it's probably more reason to celebrate it, acknowledge it when it's, to be reminded of what we miss, and hopefully back to it soon. But yeah, it's strange.
What's it been for, I guess, for the wider Snow Patrol family? How's that impacted them?
Well, yeah, I mean, like lots of bands and, you know, our crew, many of them have been with us for a long time, you know. Obviously, it's not just artists who are affected by it, it's everybody else, you know, everybody that makes the shows happen. So, yeah, they're doing great, and, you know, we try to help as much as we can, but it's, you know, I don't think it matters from club to arena to stadium. There's, across the board, people are affected, but they're good and they're safe and well. That's the main thing.
And have you been chatting much to the rest of the band, the rest of your crew, management, all that?
I haven't spoken to any of them because I've just seen them for 2 years, so I've just decided not to. Yeah, no, of course we're in touch all the time. It's.
Are you making plans? I guess is what I'm
Yeah, I mean we are. We're making plans. Everything, hopefully. I think a lot of it has been announced, but it's everything that was happening this year has just moved to next year.
Moved a year on mass, yeah.
But that's, you know, for us that's June, so it's, you know, it feels a long way off, but hopefully it won't be, you know.
Yeah, and how are you with lockdown? Are you secretly glad for a bit of peace and quiet and opportunity? I'm sure at the moment you'd be absolutely, you know, your head would be wrecked because we're all busting to get out there. But
yeah.
That first little period, did you maybe enjoy a little bit of calm?
To be honest, I did, because I said we just had those 2 years.
Yeah.
But at the same time, of course, we miss playing live. I mean, that's what it's all about for many of us. But it's, yeah, and of course we miss it. I was happy, but I dare say, you know, next year it'll be a very different story. But,
yeah.
You know.
Okay, well listen, a lot of bands watching at home in this category. I'm just melting their head by talking so much. I just want to know who's won. So Nathan, if you'll do the honours for us.
I will do. Just to say that those clips were just amazing and really an amazing reminder about what we missed, and hopefully we'll get back to it soon. But I'll stop talking. The winner of Best Live Act is New Pagans.
Hello,
Excellent.
congratulations.
There he is, Connor.
Can you hear us, Connor?
Hello, what's the crack? Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. How does it feel to be the public's choice of Best Live Band?
It's crazy. Definitely, well, I don't know, what can you say? There's so many incredible live artists in this country. We're all absolutely down to get back out there and do what we're doing. Thank you to the Yeah Contender for organising down to Belfast. It was an absolute treat to get on a stage and do what we do. So thank you. Karen and Lindsay were supposed to take this, but their internet is cut out. They're on HA.
So you've been kept then.
I know, so I got landed with it. But no, cheers to everybody. And yeah, I cannot wait to just get out and play again and get out and see gigs again, you know.
Speaking about, I guess, not gigging for months, how do you keep in musical shape? What do you do?
Well, I start off with 10 press-ups in the morning. I just try to play as much music as I can, write as much as I can. The way I see it, I'm a musician and I'll be a musician for the rest of my life, whether, you know, there's lockdowns or whatever. It's a short period of time, and nothing's going to stop us doing what we do, you know.
Yeah. Oh, well, that is great to hear. And do you have any plans for the future, or would you like to make a shout out to anyone at home?
Shout out to Charlene, our manager, who works very hard for our player. And yes, we have lots of good news coming in the future, but you'll all have to wait and see what it is.
A surprise for us. Well, thank you so much, Connor, and congratulations again.
Cheers, thank you, folks. Have a good night.
Bands they're always so gracious, you know. And you boys are desperate about that too, being really sound when you just go on stage. And it's all about the other nominees. It's not. Why does no one ever just go up and go, "Yeah, we're the best"?
I think it's the Northern Ireland, and it's all, isn't it?
Northern Irish thing, but, you know.
Everyone always looks sort of faintly embarrassed to have won something.
Again,
you're giving me this.
Yeah. We shouldn't be here. But.
You Pagans, well deserved though.
Yeah, I mean, one of those brilliant bands, amazing band.
They're incredible on record as well, but then they go live and it's just an extra level. All lovely people getting in touch. We've got people checking out the stream in Berlin, in Dublin, in Wicklow, in Texas. It says Texas, USA here, just to clarify.
International.
In Belfast, Letterkenny, Saintfield and Ballymena.
Oh, wow.
Usual selection patients. Courtney says she's listening from Texas. Best of luck to all the nominees. So much incredible talent. Melanie's been really excited all day. We know some people have been, getting dressed up for this and making a proper night of it. You know, which is incredible, also slightly upsetting that that's what it's come to, but you know, we really appreciate you doing that. Francois, is that how you pronounce that? In Warwick, UK, wishing every formidable artist the best evening and us celebrating your music, and Una's listening and enjoying the show in Dublin. Good luck all with such a good night last year, and I'm sure it'll be great but different in 2020. Una, thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody who is checking out what we're doing. Great choice of live act as well.
Definitely is. Well, we've still got lots to come. We have the award for the Oh Yeah Contender. We'll also be honouring a Belfast music legend and announcing the winner of tonight's big prize, Album of the Year 2020.
Okay, fantastic. Where do we go to next? Some Snow Patrol?
Yeah, let's hear some
Is that
Snow
deliberate
Patrol.
because Nathan's here, or is that just coincidental?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a happy coincidence.
This is last year at the Ulster Hall NM Music Prize 2019, Snow Patrol on stage with Home.
I remember trips to Belfast, on that train that hugs the coast. The fields turn quickly into golf course. The golf course just as fast to field. It was a callow boast, I'll grant you, to know it all when we knew none. Those days we walked the streets of Belfast, like our kingdom come had come. I think of home, I often do. You gotta know I love you now. In this light, how could I not? I think of us just silly kids, but we thought we'd never age, and if we did, we'd never dare say. And I remember trips to Derry. Are you alright, love? On the old cars, freezing seats, and I know Fountain Street in winter. Grandma's laugh, the greatest noise. It should have been harder since she left us, but none of us have been the same. But the light she left is endless, and I still see her every day. Of home, I often do. You gotta know I love you now. In this light, how could I not? I think of us just silly kids, but we thought we'd never age, and if we did, we'd never dare say. I remember trips through Ireland, one caravan, two dogs, the sky. My father yelling points of interest. Us naughty kids just rolled our eyes. The punched out teeth of Irish history. Mistakes were made, let's leave it there. There's one thing we can all agree on. There's beauty north, south, east, and west. There's beauty north, south, east, and west. I think of home, I often do. You gotta know I love you now. In this light, how could I not? Think of us just silly kids, but we thought we'd never age.
such a great night, and of course Skylight Body and all the Snow Patrol so supportive, not just of Northern Irish music, but of this prize in particular. And that was the Ulster Hall Snow Patrol on stage last year, and here is to next year being back on stage at the Ulster Hall. Not that there's anything wrong with being here at the OES Centre, and we are very grateful for everybody who is watching at home, wherever they may be on the planet. Thank you for your company.
Still getting loads of comments and thoughts in. Brian Coney saying, did anyone else see the ghost on John Moorhead walk past there? Spooky. Suzanne Doyle, oh wowzer, love saying I was there and so wish we were all there again now. Well done to everyone for making this happen tonight. Very best from down the road in Dublin. And we also have Melanie, who was too enthralled to mention it at the time, but Kitt Philippa's performance was so delicate yet powerful at the same time. Such talent, best of luck. I think we all feel the same there. We still got lots more live music from right here at the OES Centre. Joshua Burnside's live music appearances. I've seen him play everywhere from The Great Escape to South by Southwest, but we are delighted that he was able to treat us to a very intimate performance right here in the OES Centre, just for tonight's show. This is Joshua Burnside with Driving Alone in the City Tonight.
Driving alone in the city at night, I thought I saw you caught in the high branches of a beech tree, bowling in the bluster above the big houses of solicitors. Built at the end of the 20th century, computers were big, everybody was wealthy, and the horror of it all flew into my vision like an oil for its dinner with lethal precision. And then into the dark you rode on the wind, shaking your head as if to rescind some crucial law of quantum mechanics. One cannot be here whilst over there, so you must stream in, my kind brother. Yes, you must stream in, my sweet brother, until eventually all of our smiling skeletons are gently uncovered by smiling Americans, and all is explained how we came to such unfortunate endings. By the cracks in our skulls and the dull gull arrows in our graves. I had your smoke rising from the edge of the pitch flood. I'm not upright in light of it all. And then flashing blue, the ambulance grew for an old local man,
find in the morning under the white land, half pint of Guinness frozen to his hand, naked and soulless, half naked and soulless, oh dear. But you must remain, 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 my kind brother. My sweet brother.
Just brilliant. I have to say, Joshua Burnside blows me away every time. Now, our next award is for the Oh Yeah New Contender in association with BBC Radio Ulster's ATL Introducing. It's our way to celebrate emerging acts within the thriving Northern Irish music scene. Voting for this award has taken place on the BBC's online platforms, and as always, the competition has been strong. Here's a glimpse of the 4 shortlisted acts.
Gender chores.
Jordan Adetunji.
Kicked up, bruised up thoughts in my head. Didn't want to live, but instead I woke up again. I was lost, found myself breaking. I was drunk, anything I'm taking, but I woke up again.
Problem patterns.
Sasha Samara.
You don't have to ask, feel free to assume that you can come a little closer. I don't mind being next to you. You wrap your arm around me, you feel me hesitate, 'cause it's all too familiar when you say my name.
Now, Rigsy, I don't know about you, but that is one I would not like to have to choose a winner from.
Yeah.
So tough. 4 great young acts there. And I suppose to tell us who has won, I'm joined from London by Lynn Best, native of Ahoho. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I've been trying it all day. Ahoho, Ahoho. Better. Vice Chair of the OES Centre and Head of Communications at UK Music Licensing Company, PPL, who are kindly supporting tonight's event. Lynn, you've just seen 4 great emerging acts. Is the NI music scene equally as healthy?
Oh, well, first of all, good evening, Gemma and Rigsy. I hope you can hear me okay. And I just want to say it's an absolute pleasure to be chatting to you, and well done to everyone so far this evening. Those 4 acts that we've seen and all the nominees in the various videos, my goodness, it just shows the sheer depth of creativity that we have in Northern Ireland. I think, if anything, the challenge is how do we get it out there and beyond the borders of the country that we live in. Fantastic.
And how important do you think for the new bands like having a platform like this prize and Sound of Belfast is?
It's absolutely important, Rigsy. I mean, I would say the Northern Ireland Music Prize is such a focal point for the industry every year. It gives everyone an opportunity to see what is going on in our music scene at home. And I think this year of all years is just even more important because we're online, we're virtual, and it gives everyone, regardless of where they may be, the opportunity to check in and see the great music we have to offer.
Mm-hmm. Rightly so. And how do new acts get recognised or get that break?
Goodness, if I knew the answer to that, I would have a lot of people knocking down my door, I think. I guess there's no substitute for great music, but I'd say in the music industry in this day and age, is really about the great team that you can build around you. You know, so if you have people that understand how to make money in the industry, the various revenue streams, you know how to, let's say, manage your data, which is something we know all about at PPL. It might sound dull, but it's really important. And you have those people that can go out there and find opportunities for you in your music. It's so important. So it's really the coming together of great music and a great understanding, I would say, of the business of music.
I couldn't have said it any better myself. Okay, Lynn, tell us who came out on top of the BBC Online vote.
I will, but I just want to say, first of all, on behalf of the Oh Yeah board, thank you to everyone that has supported Oh Yeah in recent months and also got behind all the local artists at home. And also on behalf of PPL, thank you for having us as part of Sound of Belfast, and we are absolutely delighted to continue supporting the NI Music Prize. But what you want to hear from me is who has won the award. So I can reveal that the winner of the Oh Yeah Contender Award for 2020 is the absolutely wonderful Sasha Samara.
Ah, fantastic. Sasha, there she is. There's a genuine reaction. That's what we were after tonight. I was going to ask you how you are, Sasha, but I think it's quite clear that you're very excited.
I would say, Rigsy, that I am elated. This is
well, that's fantastic.
I maybe wasn't expecting it.
And where are you tonight, Sasha? You just at home, obviously, yeah?
Live from my kitchen.
Live from your kitchen. And have you been kind of following the award? I mean, I know you say you didn't expect to win, but you were tuning in on the off chance that you might.
Oh, absolutely. I have my family down in the living room tuned in. I think they've just heard the news.
Brilliant.
So yes, we've been loving all the performances. It's such a great night. You guys are doing an excellent job.
We did our best. It's funny, there's probably a little bit of a delay, so the kitchen probably got the news first, followed by the rest of the house. Sasha, I kind of said earlier on when we saw Sunflower, you're such a new act, and I know, goes without saying, it's basically the new band's category. But how long have you been kind of doing this for? Because you only sort of were on our radar a matter of months, or maybe just before lockdown was whenever we were first sort of getting excited about you. So you're very new.
I'm very, very new. I played my first gig in November, 2018, and that was I was like, oh, I can do this. This is something I want to do forever. And then last year, I was really, really lucky enough to get on to Scratch My Progress with the Oh Yeah Centre, and it's kind of been all go ever since. So yes, I feel like a little baby in the music industry, but I'm loving it.
Yeah, and you built up all this momentum, and then it was all kind of, the rug was torn from under you. So how have you spent the last few months preparing for taking over the world?
Well, it's been tough. I think a lot of creatives have found that it has been really hard to create in this environment where we're locked down and the world is kind of falling apart around us. But to kind of, prepare the way to keep moving forward, I've been learning how to produce music, which is fun. I'm like a little Ableton queen now, and I'm just trying to write more songs. So yeah.
Sasha, congratulations from everybody here at the Oh Yeah Centre. Delighted for you. Go and enjoy the rest of the night with your family. We'll get your award out to you soon as well. Well done, Sasha.
Massive well done to Sasha and the band again, but now I think we'll have another track for them later on in the show. But right now we have some more live music from here at the Oh Yeah Centre. Nominated for Album of the Year, Slacker, Rock Titans, Princes, whatever you want to call them, here's Careerist.
Death mask waiting in a bag.
There we go, live from the OES Centre. It was Careerist. Thank you for watching live on YouTube, or if you're watching in the future, thank you for checking out the NI Music Prize for 2020. We come now to one of the highlights of the event every year. The OES Legend Award for 2020 honours an artist or a band who's made a truly impactful impression through music here in Northern Ireland and indeed across the world. Now, the walls of the OES Centre here in Belfast pay tribute to many of the legends that I'm talking about: Gary Moore, Ash, Neil Hannon, The Undertones, Therapy, Snow Patrol, to name just a few. But this year, in association with Marie Curie, Belfast, and supported by Colin Reid, we honour a truly great songsmith and balladeer. This year's legend captured the hearts of thousands of fans and the respect of many of his fellow songwriters. Van Morrison, Shane MacGowan off the top of my head, again, just naming a couple. I am, of course, talking about the late, great Martin Christopher Kennedy, or simply known to us all as Bap. And here to talk about Bap's remarkable career is BBC broadcaster and long-time friend of Bap, Ralph McLean. Ralph, how are you?
I'm very well, Rigsy, and delighted to be here, paying tribute to a man who I think is a supremely soulful songwriter, one of our true greats. For me, he's right up there with the absolute greats of songwriting. Very self-deprecating man, Bap, so he probably wouldn't have said it himself. But when Bap passed away 4 years ago, I happened to be in Nashville. I'd known Bap was very, very sick and terminally ill, but I had to go to Nashville for a trip, and I got the bad news that Bap had passed. And that really brought it home to me just how international he was as a songwriter, because I was in Nashville, Tennessee, and I happened to be with Ray Kennedy, who is from the Twang Trust, which is Steve Earle's production company, and they were heartbroken, absolutely heartbroken about the passing of Bap. Steve Earle himself was very, very moved and talked to me for a long time about just what Bap meant, and Steve had produced Bap's album Domestic Blues as well, so he'd made a connection with songwriters and performers all over the world, to be honest. And when you think of people he worked with, like Mark Knopfler, you know, Mark Knopfler was deeply in love with the really sort of gorgeous melancholy that Bap had with his solo material. Shane MacGowan considered him an incredible writer. Van Morrison considered him one of the very best that this country has ever thrown up. So these are amazing acts to be involved with, and when you look back on Bap's legacy as well through 10 Past 7, in particular Energy Orchard, you know, before he went through his solo years, it's an incredible legacy, and that legacy lives on through the music, and I just think it's wonderful that he's getting this award today, because it's long overdue and it's very much deserved, I feel.
We saw Shane MacGowan there, and then Pete Doherty, which I guess illustrates beautifully that you know, he had appeal across generations. Why do you think someone like Bap, I mean, obviously huge fan base, maybe especially with the solo material, why was he the songwriter? Why do all these names you've mentioned, Steve Earle, Van Morrison, dig him so much? What did he have to appeal to the absolute titans of songwriting?
Well, it's that word again, soulfulness, and you know, Bap had that in abundance. He had an ability to just tap into universal truths, and you can see that in the music. It's often very simple with Bap, but it really moves you, and Bap's music always moved me. It's difficult for me to talk about Bap purely as a musician, because I knew him as a true and loyal friend as well. And as I mentioned earlier, very self-deprecating, so he wouldn't have been blowing about the amazing credits that he got down the years and the respect that he had through the years. But that body of work that Bap left was absolutely amazing. And he loved those classic songs. He loved the Hank Williams of this world. He loved the songwriters who could write songs that could break your heart at 100 paces, you know. And when I heard the news in Nashville, I had the morning off, and I thought I'll go to Tootsie's Orchid Lounge, which is out the back of the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee. And that's where the likes of Hank Williams would have nipped out of the back of the Ryman, because it was a dry place, it was a church, and he would have had a few drinks. And I raised a glass to Bap, and I knew he would have liked that, because he was a massive fan of those classic artists, the Hank Williams of this world. And for me, his work, when you think of a song, take a song like Moonlight Kiss or something, there's a timeless quality to it. You could picture it being covered by any style of music. That's the sign of a great song. That's the sign of a great songwriter and a great man, Bap Kennedy.
Well, listen, thank you very much, Ralph. We'll hear more from you in a little moment, but before we present the award, the Legend Award to Bap's wife, Brenda, let's have a look at the man in action. This is Bap Kennedy, the Bap Kennedy Trio, I should say, Bap, Brenda and Gordy McAllister, playing at Music Star in Germany.
This is called Hurn On. Nothing is heavier in the universe than a human heart, still suffering for an ancient sin, and we all played our part. Nothing is stronger in the universe than a human heart. Outside the gates, trying to push our way in before it gets too dark. How long till the pain is gone? How long? Nothing is lonelier in the universe than the human heart, left to ponder a lifetime without love. It's time it falls apart. How long till the pain is gone? How long? Nothing is greater in the universe than the human heart, to rise above the sorrowful earth, the agony and the hurt. How long till the pain is gone? 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 How long?
What a soulful talent, Bob Kennedy there with Howl On, one of his greatest songs. I think it's a wonderful occasion to be giving Bob the Legend Award here at the Oh Yeah Centre for the Northern Ireland Music Prize. And I'm really delighted that Bap's wife and musical collaborator, you saw her there in that clip from Germany, Brenda Kennedy's with us now. Brenda, what would Bap make of all of this? As I mentioned, he was kind of self-deprecating, wasn't he? Would he have enjoyed an event like this?
Maybe he would have been glad it was during the lockdown. It wouldn't have been, because as you know yourself, he wasn't really a social person at all. But he would have been, in terms of the award and the recognition, he would have been delighted, of course, you know.
It is an amazing legacy, and I know you're very keen that that legacy is celebrated, and that incredible back catalogue of music, both solo and band work. It's important to remind people it's out there.
That's it. I mean, that's really, to me, what the legend is really all about. You know, this is one night, but you know, if it's reminding people about Bap's music and encouraging them to listen to his music, that's the most important thing. And as you know, that's what he wanted. And I think whether you remember you came to the house a while before, and he said, to me, I want you to look after the records. And then he joked, typical Bap, well, I don't mean just dust them. You know, so obviously the catalogue, that was everything to him, was to get that catalogue looked after properly. And he had, as you remember at the time, Reckless Heart, he had just recorded that.
The final album.
That's right, yeah. And I hadn't even got back in to mix it at the point when he took ill. And it was really, really important to him to get that out. So that gave him a focus, actually, over the months whenever he was ill, to try and get that finished, get the album finished and get it out.
He had a great sense of humour, didn't he, as well, which is worth mentioning, because Bap was a very, very funny guy.
For sure.
I asked him about working. Not everybody has ever written with Van Morrison. Van Morrison doesn't do co-writes. And I said to Bap at one stage, you know, what was it like working with a proper musical superstar? And Bap's reply in that typical laconic Belfast way was like, I think Van coped all right. So, you know, he was a funny guy, wasn't he? And there was humour in Bap as well. Yeah. What does this mean to you, Brenda, and as a family? For you guys, what does this award mean?
Well, Christine's here with me tonight, and she and Kenneth, my son, would have said that Bap was 1 in a million stepdad. You know, so he was a real family man, and it means everything to me. And you know, I'm sort of here in a way representing him, so it's important for me to thank the people that I think that he would want to thank. You know, so obviously to thank Oh Yeah for this award and Colin Reid. And obviously you, Ralph, because you have, you know, you were very supportive all over the years, and a great friend, and everybody here, and as he would have said, everybody that's supported and appreciated his music over the years. And then there were a few people that I would also particularly want to mention. One would be Willie Richardson, who was, as you know, his manager and very good friend. I know that Bap would have wanted him, and obviously his sister Marion, who has, she and Bap were very, very close. And in fact, there was only, I think it was 10 months between them. So at one stage in the year, they were the same age, so they called themselves Irish twins. He was always very close to Marion. She's been very supportive of his music and still continues to be. And she and Christine, in fact, are working very hard on Facebook and all those things at the moment. So there would be Christine and Kenneth, my son, and he always helped with the website. So there was a big team, and it was always family for Bap, you know what I mean? And Charlotte, of course, of the Oh Yeah, and I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody here. But who have I forgotten? Oh, and of course, I know that above all, he would have wanted to pay tribute to his parents, Lily and Jim Kennedy. You know, I know that would have been awfully important to him. They were a big part of our lives at the time we were together, and they would deserve to be mentioned.
Delighted to be giving you this award for the family and for Bap's incredible legacy. And we miss him dearly, but this is a great way of remembering that incredible music, and not before time as well. Brenda, thank you so much. And Bap Kennedy, proper legend.
Bap Kennedy and George, lovely to shine a light on so much incredible music. Brenda, thank you very much for coming tonight.
Thanks very much.
Ralph, thank you too. It is the Oh Yeah Centre for the NI Music Prize 2020. In a little while, we'll be announcing the winner of the 2020 Album of the Year, supported by PPL. But first, time now for some live music. This is somebody with an incredible back catalogue, almost 70 releases. Plenty of techno, it's kind of what he's known for, I guess, but there was also electro-punk, courtesy of Alloy Mental, some shoegaze and psychedelia in there with the Carousel. And his most recent EP is actually full of beatless ambience, so all over the place in the best possible way. And also a worldwide gigging schedule that is truly eye-watering. Our next artist is an electronic music institution. His album Life Cycling is shortlisted for this year's best album, and we're delighted that he's part of tonight's show. No more to be said. Phil Kieran.
That was a fantastic Phil, Kieran. Now we have some shout outs here. Chrissy McCullough says, hello to all from Oma. He's a native singer-songwriter here watching from New York City right now. Good luck to my old friend Mark and the Lost Brothers tonight. Fantastic album and great night so far. Rashi McDonough, brilliant evening to celebrate a hard-pressed live music entertainment sector, and delighted to support the awards and the wonderful Oh Yeah Centre, the heart of NI music. Congrats and really enjoying. And we also have somebody else here, Sarah Lou, the Irish nature of things watching in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And she just says, I love Northern Irish music. Me too. How about you, Riggs?
Yes, absolutely. Anybody watching in Malawi, I'd like to hear from them. Lots of love for Bap as well. Jared says, Bap sadly missed. What a wonderful artist, songwriter, and just a lovely man. Pauline says, lovely to see Bap honoured, an amazing voice. Conor Macaulay, Bap is brilliant, hits you in the gut. Gordy, another hero too. Gordy's guitar playing on the live clip that we saw was just wonderful as well. Keep getting in touch, guys.
Please do. And so we come to tonight's main award, Album of the Year. Supported by our friends at PPL, this year we have 12 contenders for the coveted crown. So let's remind you of the first 6 in the company of music journalist Supremo, Stuart Bailey.
Arborist, A Northern View. Arborist gave us beautiful poetic songs about the land, the language and the bloodlines. The band excelled with grungy guitars and swooning choruses. Mark McCambridge was in the best of form, spinning weird stories from the Irish rock and roll years and quoting from the works of Seamus Heaney.
No more to the north.
Arvo Party, Love Above All. Herb McGee has been hugely productive in 2020, using the lockdown to finesse his many ideas. But Love Above All was the record that broke the dam, a well-considered stretch of electronic writing that covered the emotional edges of Come Down and Sunrise. Lead track, Tennyson, was surely a personal highlight. Careerist, Weird Hill. Carl, Nathan and Connor have an ironic understanding of a music career. But still, the Careerist album was a terrific throwdown. There were shivers of joy, bouts of passive aggression and angular guitar lines that came roaring out of the void. They related to the self-sabotage of Kurt Cobain, but also to his artistic genius. Kieran Lavery, Please Stay, Baby.
It's getting easier to tell a lie.
Album number 4 for Kieran Lavery was a further departure from his origins as a singer-songwriter. This, of course, was something that Kieran pursued with relish. He was closer in spirit to hip-hop artists like Kanye, larger than life, openly vulnerable, and full of a sense of play.
There's nothing sacred between you and I that hasn't happened at least 1,000 times.
Joel Harkin, Never Happy.
Back about a week now.
Joel met with our high expectations on his first album. This Donegal artist walked the streets of his adopted Belfast home, catching odd conversations and noting the stresses of a city being rapidly gentrified. He wove family details into these fascinating stories, combining whispers, guitar reverb, and fancy dreams. Junk Drawer, Ready for the House. This was a searing, often uncomfortable record that was written out of stressful experience and mental illness. The lyrics were often shared by brothers Jake and Stevie Lennox, while the music took a challenging steer into left-field jazz and slanted chords. It was the sound of personal distress and generational hurt.
Thank you to Stuart Bailey, stalwart of the NI Music Prize, for the overview of the first 6 records. We did kind of mislead people there. Like we're going to announce the winner. We're not going to do that. We're going to leave it till later on. That's just the first 6. We've got a profile of the rest of the act set coming up in a little while. But right now, before we see the final 6 shortlisted albums, it's time for another exclusive performance This was a wee bit of history actually last year, 2019, at the Ulster Hall, the first Northern Irish hip hop act to take to the stage. And that now seems really crazy because we're just completely overrun by incredible neo-soul and hip hop and R&B in Northern Ireland. But Jordan was the first to take the stage at the Ulster Hall, and this is what happened last year for Jordan Adetunji.
Nowadays I'm more observant, always looking more determined just to cut off any person that is messing with my purpose. I will perpetrate any of you pagans if you think I'm not deserving for anything that I've been. But you see the beats I'm working. You can play without putting any work in. I can see behind your curtain that you're hurting me, flexing on the gram to give yourself a false reality. You have to be an idiot to do that. You have to be seen as making moves to really actually have to be really insecure to think you're proud of mashing. Oh please, what's the point in bare mash if you've got no peace? I wonder if you're gonna flex on me. I'm a straight up G, a genius within this industry. I wonder if you're gonna flex on me. I wonder if you're gonna flex on me. I wonder if you're gonna flex on me. Life is full of questions. Life is full of questions. So questions can't be answered. So questions can't be answered. I just live my life up to the full. Yeah, yeah. And I don't care what happens. I don't care. I don't care what happens. Let me show you up the top flow, baby. Bye bye, run the right road, baby. Bye byes, we don't want those, baby. Good vibes with my whole soul. Crazy, we don't really care cause we popping right now. No stress into my mind, we ain't stopping right now. Head on your vibe, then we block it right out. We don't have no time for that, we just cut it right now. See them fingers over there and they can hang with us. Stepping with the team and they can handle us. We don't have no time for questions, but come jam with us. Living life up to the full, I'm full of thankfulness. Dripping so much in my slip on an ambulance. We don't worry what you doing, don't get mad at us. We don't see no competition, we still attack. Let's go, now we pull up on the super say. Life is full of questions. Life is full of questions. So questions can't be answered. So questions can't be answered. And I just live my life up to the full. Yeah, yeah. And I don't care what happens. I don't care. I don't care what happens. Open up and show the heart you hide. The only judge cause they're hurt inside. I can never let the brothers take my place or ever have me going switching sides. Looking too real for them. Too much drama, we come thinking we too chill for them. No, I don't know how you feel, but I just know life is full of questions. Life is full of questions. So questions can't be answered. So questions can't be answered. And I just live my life up to the full. Yeah, yeah. And I don't care what happens. I don't care. I don't care what happens. Make some noise, Belfast! Beautiful. I love the energy here tonight. Crazy. Make some noise.
Yes, that was a fantastic Jordan Adetunji performing live at last year's Music Prize with questions. I just want to give a little shout out to his jumpsuit, showing up in a NASA suit.
It sort of felt like that was kind of, you know, he's going, oh, I can feel the energy in this room. There's so many people make some noise, and then it comes back to just like me and you. It's really kind of contrasting what happened last year, what happened this year, but yeah, he's trolling us a little bit.
He does. Well, I mean, I was there. I was loving it.
That was great. Good job, Jordan.
So I suppose here the tension is still mounting as we remind you guys of the final 6 albums shortlisted for tonight's big award. Once again, in the company of Stuart Bailey.
Kitt, Philippa, Human.
I want to feel alive, feel.
Kitt's debut album came from periods of intense reflection and the rebirth of a creative spirit. The songs were clearly personal, but Human also wanted to reach out and find a universal spark. Kitt was sensitive to musical forms like trap and dubstep, but also wise to medieval plain-song. A unique declaration. Malojian, Hum. Stevie Scullion brought forward the release of his album Hum to meet the pandemic head-on. It was a bold move, but songs like Singularity provided important comfort during those tough spring days of 2020. The record was about techno dreams, memory glitches, and the resilient human soul. Our Krypton Sun, Modern Ruins. Chris McConaughey created a lifetime best with his Modern Ruins album. The songs had moments of quiet anxiety, but this was often offset by a deadly sense of humour. He was in the lyrical company of Leonard Cohen and Richard Hawley, but producer Ryan Vail added majestic surges of electronica and extra surprise. Phil Kieran, Life Cycling. Phil Kieran has explored many aspects of electronica, but Life Cycling was significant even by his standards. It was a holistic album in that it took us to a place of contemplation. The music was mesmeric and hinted at Germanic pioneers like Kraftwerk, plus the minimalist composer Steve Reich.
She speaks like a saint, whistles like a bird.
The Darkling Heir, Ancestor. Rachel McCarthy and Michael Keeney returned in 2019 with their second album. Ancestor was a record about healing and chance meetings, about graveyards and the magic of wild swimming in Belfast Loch. The Arco String Quartet was arranged to perfection by Michael, and the sound was strangely gothic and rich. The Lost Brothers. After the Fire, After the Rain. Album 7 from the Lost Brothers was produced by Tony Garnier, Bob Dylan's bass player. It reached for positive thoughts in the darkest hours. As ever, the harmonies were exceptional, while Mark and Oisín mixed their love of American roots music with the landscapes and mythologies from home.
After the fire, they found ashes near the wheel.
And there you go. Those are the final 6 shortlisted albums. Drama, Yeah Centre drama all over Belfast. If you know, if you've got 2 devices, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, thank you very much to the PPL, everyone at PPL, for their support of the main awards tonight.
To tell us who's won this year's prize, I'm delighted that Charlotte Dryden, Chief Exec here and overall boss lady from the Yeah Music Centre, is back with us. Charlotte, how is the award winner chosen?
Well, the process starts in July when we invite a cross-section of people working in the industry to nominate. So we're trying to hold a mirror up to the scene and go, tell us what's out there, tell us what's great. So that comes back as a long list, and then a short list is formulated from that. And then the best album, that short list, then we ask 11 judges to get involved. So they met on Zoom this evening, so they didn't meet in person, and probably just as well. There might have been a few fights today because I think it was quite hotly debated. But that's kind of how it's done, and it's quite a long process, and we're finally here. So
I'm sure it was a really tough decision for everybody over Zoom tonight.
Absolutely, yeah, very much so.
And in the year that it's been, the quality of music seems to be just as good as ever.
Yeah, it's brilliant. The music scene here is, as good as anywhere. And, people say about local scenes, it's just a local scene. Everywhere has a local scene. And I think what we're trying to do here is say we have a world-class music scene and world-class musicians and artists. And the prize is turning the spotlight up on that, and just to give you an example, we had 84 submissions of albums this year and hundreds of singles, thousands of songs, and all of that's on the website. So, if people can go out there and discover all the other stuff that's there as well, it's for me, that's the biggest part of it,
It's all killer, no filler. I mean, it's pretty crazy when you think about it, that you can have a dozen records, and not only a dozen records, but a load of incredible records that haven't made the list in a country that's so small. Being in charge here at the Yeah Centre, of course, well, maybe not at the moment, but broadly speaking, you see bands coming and going, you'll be chatting to them, you'll have chatted to a bunch of the acts who have won in the past. What does it mean to them? What do they get off the back of it?
I think the acts appreciate that it helps develop, their profile. We could never take any credit for any talent with this process. It's turning the spotlight up, and I think that, you know, now that we've secured sponsorship, a cash prize for artists, that's helping to invest in them and their time and maybe, you know, planning the next album. It definitely helps when it's, you know, it's in a press release and you've got the wider industry kind of seeing what's happening. So, you know, I think a lot of artists appreciate that.
If I won, I'd just spend the money on a big party.
Of course you would, Rigsy.
Yeah. Listen, we shall waste no more time. I don't mean it for wasting time. I just know that a lot of people very, very excited to find out who has won the NI Music Prize. As you said, it was just decided this evening. The award is here, but it's not engraved because, well, you know, this is completely new to us. So tell the watching world.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I think as award ceremonies go this year, we really went up to the wire with the decision on this, and the panel met at 4 o'clock this afternoon and fought it out for nearly 2 hours, and they did fight it out. But before I reveal the winner, I do need to say a few thank yous, if you don't mind, because I'll get into trouble. So I do want to thank the Arts Council of Northern Ireland, Belfast City Council, YouTube Music, Help Musicians, PPL, who of course are sponsoring this award, Colin Reid and Mary Curie, who were very supportive of the BAP Kennedy presentation, and of course to Christine and Brenda and Ralph, who came down tonight, and across the line, BBC Across the Line for the Contender Award, and then of course our nominators and the judges tonight, to Ciaran, who hustled all of the nominators, Ciaran Young, Stuart, and obviously to all the people that vote and support and get behind all the bands. That's really, really important in the audiences. And of course the artists themselves. Thank you so much for believing in this. The staff of Oh Yeah, Dee's been amazing, Shan tonight, Ryan, the board of Oh Yeah, all fantastic. You guys, thank you so much. But I just want to say, last but not least, to Alex, I've been working closely with from Mike Edgar Production, and Mike Edgar himself, he's an absolute legend. The guy has been amazing over the last 3 or 4 months. We've been working so hard to make this happen in a year where there is just no live music and no venues open, and we just believed that people needed, the scene needed a moment to be joyful. So yeah, so who is the winner?
Yes, get on with it. Even I'm like,
okay,
great, we get it. Thanks very much, all the people.
So like I said, there was a lot of debate. There wasn't a front runner. It was a really quite heated. I think at some points I dipped in at the beginning and the end, and that's what I was told. And the judges did want to communicate that they thought that the 12 albums were just outstanding. No, all right. They're telling me to wrap it up. Okay, so I'm very happy to reveal that the winner of the Best Album 2020 is Kitt Philippa, and the album is Human.
Oh, we're just so excited for Kitt, and there they are. Hi Kitt, how are you?
I'm okay. Yeah.
And you know, you're the most kind of confident, cocky musician in Northern Ireland. You're probably going, well, obviously I was going to win this. I do jest, of course. I would imagine you're the type who is incredibly surprised by this.
Yeah, like it means an awful lot. Like there's so much talent in Northern Ireland, both nominated here, you know, and not nominated, and yeah, I'm just I'm so proud to be a part of this community. So yeah, thank you to all of you that, you know, make it what it is. So yeah, everyone, thank you to everyone who's supported me and my music, you know, my family and close friends and the team, Charlene Hegarty, of course, Paragon Records, Faber, Fitch and Smith, and Matt Duke, I recorded the album with. It means so much to me, and yeah, lots of love to all of you. Thank you.
Kitt is now multi-award winning because, of course, Single of the Year a couple of years ago as well.
Grabbing all the awards.
Yeah, greedy.
Well, massive well done to Kitt Philippa, and of course a very worthy winner. Let's take time out to hear them do what they do best, make beautiful music. This is Kitt Philippa, the 2020 winner of Album of the Year.
Feeling high cause I wanna taste it. Feeling low but I can't erase it. I want to feel alive, feel. I keep building for demolitions, giving rest to my premonitions. But I want this to last. Humanity is all we need. Unite, people isolating, chasing our tails. We're spinning our wheels. We are love, we are peace, we are human. And time is short and forever dying, but this love be forever trying. All we have, all we need is the earth. And what's the point if you never show it? I gave you space but you throw me stones still. Resurrect, realign, rebuild. Humanity is all we need. Unite, people isolating, chasing our tails. We're spinning our wheels. We are love, we are peace, we are human. I think of God together, but no, I'm struggling and I am hurting. Not immune to the fumes, not one. Smoking mirrors, mirror fire, as I wait for righteous hour. Calibrate, ruminate, pursue. Humanity is all we need. Unite, people surviving, and chasing our tails. We're spinning our wheels. We are love, we are peace, we are human. We are love, we are peace, we are human. We are love, we are peace, we are human. We are love, we are peace, we are human. For we are love, we are peace, we are human.
That's all right. Just incredible. I mean, there's so many wonderful albums, but if you're watching tonight and you're only partially aware of Kitt and what they do, go and check that record out. Like, it really, really impacted me as a music fan, and I know it will you guys watching too. So a really, really worthy winner. We're all delighted for Kitt, not to take away from just an incredible selection of records, all of which we're shining a light on tonight. You know, it's about going and taking a deep dive into the NI music scene, and albums nominated are a really great place to start. So there we go. But as I say, a really, really worthy winner, and a wonderful fitting way to round off tonight's live stream.
Big thanks to all of our supporters, sponsors, musicians and friends who helped make tonight possible. We really couldn't have done it without you, and thank you for helping us keep music alive in 2020.
Yeah, and after a slightly ropey start, it feels like it's been really good fun. All the crew here have worked so hard putting this together. You know, it's not easy in these times, and everybody keeping apart, wearing their masks and stuff, apart from us. So big love to everybody who's helped make this event happen, not just tonight, but all the incredible performances that we've seen recorded in recent times as part of Sound of Belfast. And if you've just tuned in, you can go and watch back on YouTube. Share it with your mates, tell your friends, tell your neighbours, tell strangers in the street. Just shout NI Music Prize 2020 and maybe tell them to go and watch it on YouTube. To take us home tonight so we can all go and watch the rest of Extra Time, Sasha Samara and band, winner of the Yeah Contender Awards, joining Arborist, Kitt, Philippa and New Pagans, picking up silverware tonight. Anyway, hopefully live music soon. Keep the faith. Better times ahead. Next year we'll be back
in a sweaty venue.
Can't wait.
We'll be close to each other, social distancing, hopefully a distant memory. We're crossing absolutely everything, but from myself and from Gemma. Good night, see ya.
I need a 12-step program for getting over you. I let you back into my life, but I want rid of you. You tempt me like the devil, but my desert days are done. No, you'll get by without me. Oh, I know you'll have your fun, and it's hard to shake. It's a habit 2 years in the making, so it's hard to break, but I'm letting you go. Oh, your love is a stiff drink. It's been a year, I'm still hungover. Your love is like a poison. It's killing me, but I got a taste for it. I gotta flush you out, better drink a lot of water. Take some painkillers and feel better in the morning. Your love is addictive, but I'm sober enough. You think that this time will be just like the times before, when I say you hurt me, baby, but still come back for more. But I'm growing stronger daily. My heart has toughened up. You turn around and expect to see me, but I have had enough, and it's hard to shake. It's a habit 2 years in the making, so it's hard to break, but I'm letting you go. Oh, your love is a stiff drink. It's been a year, I'm still hungover. Your love is like a poison. It's killing me, but I got a taste for it. I gotta flush you out, better drink a lot of water. Take some painkillers and feel better in the morning. Your love is addictive, but I'm sober enough. Oh, your loving is a stiff drink. It's been a year, I'm still hungover. Your love is like a poison. It's killing me, but I got a taste for it. I gotta flush you out, better drink a lot of water. Take some painkillers and feel better in the morning. Your loving is addictive, but I'm sober enough. Oh, your loving is addictive, but I'm sober enough. Oh, your loving is addictive, but I'm sober enough.